I fixed the transition. I hope the sound's good. I've had to shuffle things around because I'm going to start scribbling and whatnot. So if things are a little off kilter, that's why. And also we're trying to move house. So it's fucking chaotic. But anyway, I just thought that it'd be better if I did a quick live stream so that everyone didn't think that I'd lost my fucking mind and with the lockdowns and everything, and that I'd finally snapped. It's not the case. Yes, I'm aware of how I look. It's just funny because it's just, I think when you dive into something like super niche, right? Hang on, let me just adjust some stuff. When you dive into something that's like super niche and you've been talking about something that requires a lot, there's a lot of moving parts, as you know. If you've been following my videos and stuff, there's a lot of moving parts. And then a story breaks or something happens where you're seeing stuff that others don't, and it's just sort of all coming to a head. So I thought this might be a good opportunity to just, first of all, explain a bit. Well, first of all, I'm not fucking crazy. I'm not sitting there making connections. It's kind of like that I'm having my Jeff Goldblum moment. You know, that moment where everyone's where he's just shouting at everybody and telling them it's going to happen and telling something's coming and warning everyone, and then Godzilla hits and you're like, fuck, right? So now, because I've got keywords in this video, because I'm explaining stuff, some of these I just want to show you. Actually, it's a good moment to see. So if bots appear or finance people, I've just sort of jumped into this thing because I saw the writing on the wall. I was very close to forming a hypothesis about some of the techniques that are used to exert psychological pressure in order to sort of move hearts and minds, move behavior. And I saw this happen, and I wanted to test my hypothesis. And basically, I've just managed to just follow this thing step by step and see all of the tactics. Now, because the hedge funds got spooked, they also got sloppy. I've talked about this before, where they never, when you're sort of with organized crime and mob bosses, right? They never get caught for the big stuff. They always get caught because they fucking get spooked and they get sloppy, or like when you're trying to catch a killer, for example, they often largely get caught being like pulled over for a broken taillight, or you're trying to hide it up. You're trying to cover it up. You always get caught in the cover up more than you do the crime. And that's really what I want to talk about with this. Yes, I will explain it. So Dogecoin, I will explain it, okay? It seems ridiculous, but you need to understand that when I say this is the raid boss for the culture wars and it will make sense, this is what I'm talking about. The point is that it's ridiculous and it's just a big fuck you, okay? Now, I'll get there. So if you're a sort of a finance person, I'm not sitting here with a ticker. I'm not in finance. I am not giving tips. I am not giving finance. I had to make sure, look, with all the bullshit that I talk about, this is the one thing that I need to make sure that I have a fucking warning on, okay? Because first of all, there's a lot of anger and resentment, and I don't want this to be perceived as a call to action or anything like that politically, because things are quite fragile. And also, I don't want it to be financial advice, because it's ultimately not about the markets. And this is the thing I think that people are confused with when interacting with me, when I'm talking about, when I say ignore the silver, ignore these things, don't do this. I'm focused on the disinformation and the tactics that have basically just fucking blown a lot of this shit wide open. And the second that you start to see these things, it will stop you arguing about fucking clownfish online. It will help you see fellow humans as victims of this fucking thing rather than enemies. And it will help you to, now again, if you haven't watched my streams before and you've landed because of fucking keywords, listen, learn, be nice, like, just fucking listen, okay? I'm focused on the political side of this stuff. But what, people are not making the connections, because what I'm seeing, and I've been sitting in a lot of the chats, a lot of the discords, you've got discrete communities. I'm starting to see what's happening. So what's happened is that with a lot of these culture wars, remember when we talked about the knitting community or the Handmaid's Tale or feminism or fandoms or finance, or if you've got a niche or if you've got an interest, okay, what would you do? You go in and you fuck up like individual communities. But what's been doing, there's sort of been fuckery in lots and lots of different communities. And unless you sort of understand, sort of zoom out from that community, you still think that it's about the fucking issue within that community. The gender stuff is gender versus feminist, same fucking thing. It's division, okay? Race stuff, division. It's all cleverly designed to nudge the needle, to fucking, manipulate the markets. It's obvious. I've said this. Soylent Green is social, and it became, I know I've been saying this, and I've been saying it carefully, and no one's fucking listening, okay? It's not a conspiracy theory. It's just how fucking money works and power works and corruption. It's corruption, okay? It's all marketing, and when you see it, you'll start to see. So basically what happened with the hedge funds. Now, let's not forget that Twitter is also owned by hedge funds. Facebook's also owned by hedge funds. They're all, because the word hedge fund is just, hedging bets for a start. But also the hedge funds are also a big part of the VC community in Silicon Valley. They're the investors for these startup guys. So they're victims too. And so there's lots of things to unpick, and I'll work through it. As you know, it takes me a few minutes to warm up, and I need another coffee, but Paul hasn't shown up yet. But what's interesting with the Wall Street Bets thing is that the disinformation campaigns and the psyops and the psychological pressure. And what is really interesting is how they have fucking laughed in their faces. And that's something that I think everyone can learn. If you're in a community and you're under attack by some sort of high pressure mob, or someone who's trying to cancel you, or there's some lessons that can be learned here. Okay, so all right. So I hope everyone's okay. I'm fine. I sound fucking nuts. I am aware that I sound nuts. Where's my coffee, Paul? I'm aware I sound nuts, but I'm not. I swear I'm not nuts. So it's just making a lot of sense, and this is just a perfect case study that might get you thinking about this issue. All right? It's not about the dog coin. It's more than the dog coin. Makes it fucking funny. Fucking funny. But it's not about the coin. And that's the thing, and this is the thing where, because a lot of online communities are quite siloed, and I mean, dare I say, the autism factor is quite high here. People struggle to see the bigger picture when it comes to these things. And unless you've worked sort of across industries or across communities or built several different things, it's easy to get, again, like I said, get lost in the weeds with this stuff. It really is, and not see the similarities, the behaviours that exist across communities. And Wall Street Bets sort of being blown out, and that story blowing up, and then going, oh, this is interesting, and then seeing what happened to them was fucking made me fucking mad. But I hope it makes you mad too, because it's not fair. And also, don't forget, because I'm in tech and a woman in tech, that's another fucking thing. I'm in tech, and so I know how tech people think. I know the industry. I know how much tech guys fucking hate the money. Right? Jack, Zuck, Bezos, all those people, they did a deal with the fucking devil years ago to get their products up. With these fucking rich kids and these rich men and these rich guys, these hedge fund fucks who can't code, who can't do anything, okay, except just they have money. That's their business, is making money, which is fine. But, you know, it corrupts you. Greed is corruption. It's greed, okay? But it's not about Jack or Zuck or Elon Musk or them. They were just tech guys trying to build their product. They did a deal with the devil early and they were fucking stuck. And this is why, and I get it. I'm fucking angry because, you know, the number of products that I've built over the years, or friends who've built products over the years, who have started out sort of idealistically. They've made a great product. They've put a lot of work into an MVP, and they have some hedge fund person come in and buy 60% of it because they're desperate for money, and then they fuck it. Okay, and this is or they flip it or they exploit it, and it's not insignificant because this is root cause stuff. Okay, and it is not. It's the business model. It is just the funding model for all of these platforms, and this is why crypto and crypto and blockchain. Crypto is the currency on blockchain. This is not a technical explanation. That is boring as fuck. And those that okay, if any crypto nerds are watching or any fucking blockchain dudes are watching, okay, you need to get better at explaining things. Okay, you need to listen to people who know how to fucking communicate. Nobody cares about the details, about how it fucking works. Okay? Take it from me. I will appoint myself as Dogecoin's fucking chief marketing officer and comms person. Okay? People are not buying Doge because they think it's a good investment right now. And if you think that, you're a fuckwit. You're a moron. Okay? You got to understand that engineers don't understand everything about the world, and they especially don't understand things about people. All right? They especially don't understand people. And I've just, again, there's nothing on any of the finance guys. It's just funny because I've been sitting and listening in on the Discords and listening in on the voice chats and stuff, and you guys are all autistic as fuck. And you don't realize that most people are just fucking mad and fed up and go, fuck it, I'm going to buy Dogecoin. I've got nothing left to fucking lose. And I think that's the thing, is like, sort of it's that getting lost in the weeds. And it's the same thing with fucking feminists, where you're just getting lost in the weeds and arguing about clownfish, or in the fandoms arguing about the fucking semantics. And it's like, no, the point is the actual product, okay? The actual strategy with all of this stuff is division to get you arguing, okay? Because they are basically gambling on us like it's a fucking cockfight. And that's what WallStreetBets exposes. And Doge, okay? It's fucking betting. It's gambling. All right? So 117 BTN. Ah, crap. Am I late to party? Nah, I just got started. I don't even know what's going on. Is anyone watching? I explain things really badly. But so do fucking nerds. So maybe if you watch some nerdy shit and some of my funny shit, people might start to actually see how important this stuff is. But anyway. Okay, so for those autistic fucking finance people that land on this thing, I'm autistic too. Shut the fuck up. I love you all. My son's autistic. He's a gamer. I'm defending him too. This is not about the fucking stock. It is about the stock, but it's not about the stock. Okay, and that's my point. Where's my fucking coffee? Paul! It's all right. That was a joke. Okay. Anyway, so I've got this fucking thing happening. When I move, I'll have a better rig, but right now it's just a webcam. But I'm going to try and explain this really badly. Okay? I'm just going to manage your expectations. Okay, stop making fucking financial comments on my stream or I'll block you. This is not a finance channel. This is a commentary channel. Thank you. No comments. No financial conversation. Please, bros, respect my fucking boundaries. Final warning. Okay, this is not a finance channel. This is a culture wars channel. Here you go. Paul, can I have a coffee, please? No, yeah. Okay, can we just, I don't want to talk about the market. It's not about the market. If you're going to talk about the market, fuck off. Stop it. I'll block you. This is not about that. And I will turn the chat off and I will fucking block people because I'm trying to get to it's not about that. Okay, there's plenty of fucking live streams where you can talk about like whatever that is. I'm not talking about that. Okay. All right. However you feel about Doge, it's not the fucking point. Okay, this is a fucking, I literally just said, stop talking about the fucking numbers for a second, you autistic fucks. And listen to the lady who's been watching this thing for 5 years. Shut the fuck up and let me talk. It's not about whether it goes up or down. It's not about that. I'm trying to explain it to other people. Fuck me. Autists. Jesus. Okay. Boundaries. Good. We good? Stop. Get out of the weeds. Get out of the fucking weeds. Whatever fucking fixation you've got here right now, whether it's fucking clownfish or fucking race or like fandoms or fucking whether crypto is fucking going up or down, I don't care. It's not the point. Fucking zoom out. Zoom the fuck out. It's not even about sending a message. It's about me being fucking right and gloating like a motherfucker. Okay? It's about the tactics that they're using to manipulate the markets. And people need to be aware of it. Market manipulation, political manipulation, and all of the fucking tactics that are being used. It's about bots, disinformation, and psychological warfare enabled by a business model that is funded, run, dominated, and decided by fucking hedge funds. Hedge funds also own the platforms. And they sit there and they move fucking numbers. They move people like they're on a spreadsheet. And they're giving them scrambled eggs for brains. I think my mic is probably topped out. I keep forgetting to adjust my compressor. Fucking listen, nerds. This fucking thing, okay, if you've ever played World of Warcraft or any fucking MMO, okay, or any kind of game, ever, you guys are all in fucking guilds, okay? You're all sitting there in a guild. You're all fucking individual warriors and fucking guilds and all this shit. And you're in the turf guild and the fucking finance guild and all this stuff. And you're all sitting there fighting these little fucking low-level bosses. Not seeing the fucking giant raid that if you unite for one fucking moment, you could defeat. You fucking morons. You're in guilds and you're all too busy fighting with each other and kicking each other in and out of your own fucking clubs to actually play the game and win the game. Okay? That's what I'm trying to say. I've now seen this replicate across enough fucking communities. You idiots. You just don't realize this is, I know that this is what Marx would have called class consciousness, but it's also what the capitalists would call fucking fighting for the free market. We should be united on this. Okay? Fuck me. Anyway, okay. You're all in guilds. Fucking there's a boss fight over the hill. You just shut the fuck up and stop talking about whether Dogecoin's going to go up or down in the next 30 seconds. I don't give a fuck. Okay? The fact that a fucking Dogecoin could fucking become a currency is hilarious. But it's got nothing to do with it. It's not the fucking point. And this is what Elon Musk knows and what all these fucking people know. They're nudging sentiment. They're nudging the needle and gambling on us. In the markets. Okay. Fuck me. All right. I love it when people come in and try to chat and then I tell them off for chatting. It's like, also, I'll just have you know, my Shut Me Up Patreon tier It was $100,000 a month. It's now 1.5 million, 1.49999 million a month to shut me up. Because it turns out I'm undervaluing myself and my ideas because I was able to predict every single fucking move that the hedge funds would make to try and fucking get people to sell their shares. And I think that kind of information is kind of valuable. So from now on, to shut me up, you got to really fucking pay. So otherwise you can become a $3 patron and then crack the shits when I don't say what you like. That's how it usually goes. Thank you to my generous patrons who stick by me. Anyway, so I sound crazy. People think I'm having a breakdown. I'm not. I just find this whole thing fucking funny that I sit here seeing what's going on. And you can't see it because you won't fucking listen for like 2 fucking minutes. You autistic fucks. Anyway, so what happened with GameStop? That's right. I have a desk and a marker and some pens. Fuck this shit. So, this Reddit. If you don't know what Reddit.com is, then fucking whatever. I'm not your fucking assistant. But Wall Street Bets is a subreddit, okay? It had about 2 million people in it of sort of, the usual shit. But basically, the description was basically, for normies, let's just say that the description is accurate, which is if 4chan had a Bloomberg channel. But the grown-ass people, I know, so you and I know, because you're smart and you listen to me, that people use memes and emojis and certain cultures and certain language to keep certain people out. I use the word cunt because it offends exactly people who I don't want to talk to. I use certain style. I tell people off. I say fuck off to certain people and I tell them off and set boundaries because that's called behavior management. That's how you that's how you just get people's behavior to, people to behave themselves. Okay. That's why I give mansplainers mugs that everyone can wear and shirts that everyone can wear. Okay. It's funny. Not for everyone, not serious analysis. But again, it's smoking. It's like, well, you do learn a thing or two from me if you pay attention, but it's just your learning style. Okay. So anyway, Reddit. All right. So you've got this subreddit called Wall Street Bets. They're full of fucking Pepe the Frog. And hang on, let me just. Talking about all sorts of stuff. Okay. So let's just say there's a very sort of 4chan heavy. If you had to say that they were sort of 4chan or Tumblr, they'd be very much in the 4chan camp. Okay. That is interesting from the sort of culture wars point of view because you and I both know that sets a fucking target on their back from get-go. Okay. Now, if you understand the history with Reddit and what's happened to communities like the Donald over here, you've got the gender critical, right? Critical. The Chapo House or Chapo Trap House. You've got these, right? This is what's happened to some of these. These communities, I've talked about these before. What they've done is they've had targets, but they've actually fucking failed. Okay. All right. So you've got, now there's a whole bunch of history here. Okay. Let's go. Now I'm going to draw this badly. You're going to get, this is not going to be a diagram. I've not planned this. This is just to sort of, again, it's just very, if you're fully nerdy and you're kind of in this stuff, this is really just trying to get people to see the patterns and the history and and why this is important. And sometimes when I like my staff over the years have said that when I whiteboard, it looks crazy, but it's fucking watching me go in that process. So I'm going to just go through that and try to scribble some shit and we'll just like work this out. Okay. So over here, you've got this history with 4chan, okay, which is meme culture gamers, right? Largely, a lot of men, but a lot of women. But they represent kind of the old school internet, right? Think about, like, again, I'm being very simplistic, but they are very much, because, 4chan has been under attack since the fucking corporates took over for like ages, okay? But they kind of represent, if you're looking like about with symbolically, right? Again, simplistically, there's hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of lectures just on fucking each point, every single box here. My crazy board has 350 fucking individual essays on it right now, okay? It's huge. This is why I have to just talk about it and hope that people start to pay attention, and I fucking get paid. I hope someone pays me to shut up $1.5 million a month, because that's what I need to get this fucking out there. So anyway, just kidding. So 4chan, in terms of, like, generally speaking, if you zoom out, they represent kind of the version of the internet before the normies crashed it, right? The internet that I signed up for, which was about free speech, right? You had free speech over here. A sort of anarchist sort of ideas, right? Free from the man. We had an optimistic view of what the internet could be for people. So it represented some of those sort of those just trying to think, the ideals, right? Yeah, think about the I'm blanking on you. I apologize for those who are new to this. This is what I do. I fucking live stream and I blank and I fucking sound retarded, but that's okay. This is what we do here. Okay. I'm just an ordinary mum. I don't know anything. I know everything. That's the thing. So I'm just a woman with 23 years in this fucking business. So 4chan, old school. Think about, like, sort of Usenet, the old fucking, like, alt dot debate. Remember alt dot debate if you're old school? Those fucking hardcore IRC, sort of going at it. There's sort of this school. Then over here, you've kind of got your normies, okay? So you got I'm going to say normies just to be simple, okay? Now, these are corporate people. These are the people, your fucking corporate press, your media, all the fucking influencers, all the dumb cunts, the mummy bloggers, basically all those cunts we hate, okay? Who fucking are annoying, okay? That they crashed back in, sort of, let's say the internet went mainstream about, around the time of Facebook and MySpace and stuff like that. So they sort of crashed the internet around really 2005, okay? Now, here then you've got your Tumblr kids, okay? Your Tumblr community, your fandoms. Now, this is generational. So these are sort of this corporate stuff, okay? I know that this looks terrible, okay? Now, I'll get to, actually, that's a good question. I'll come back to Mumsnet. Mumsnet's, when I was writing my book, actually, that I'm still working on, I need to revise it now because I've just, my work, it's completely shifted. But basically, okay, so this is interesting. Mumsnet are not normie, okay? Now, I could, that's actually, these are whole chapters of books. Someone pay me to write my book, please. If you know a publisher who wants to gamble and pay me to fucking write this shit, I will, okay? But there is actually a really good book, which is Killers versus Normies. I think really it's a very good summary. Still doesn't get it. Still fucking, because, doesn't. But I get this shit. I've lived it. I have gone through. You know that thing when you're like, people who have lived through like several wars and they've been a soldier in fucking several wars and they have a different perspective on what happened. I've been in the trenches of this thing since 1995. Okay. I have done all of it. Okay. I made all the mistakes. I've been a fucking bully. I've been a victim of bullying. I've had AVOs. I have been rich and famous. I've been fucking gone viral. There's nothing I haven't seen. I'm also a UX person and a political scientist and all those things that we've talked about before. I know my shit. Okay. I've watched this. Okay. So I can tell you. So anyway, again, some of that stuff is just reinforcing for those that are new and aren't just like crashing on a fucking stream saying, who's this fucking nut job? Okay. I'm not a nut. I'm just very excited because I finally can start explaining stuff. Now, so this is where the corporate, so you know how I've talked in previous streams about AOL portal, right? That sort of Fisher Price internet that I keep talking about. That's the one that's sort of advertiser friendly over here. Okay, so you're advertiser friendly. Okay. Kid safe. Okay. Now, this is what you've got here. And I'll explain why I've separated these out later. My handwriting's terrible. I apologize. Okay. It's from all that typing and stuff. So over here, you've got things like Tumblr. You've got, fandoms. You've got blogs and all that sort of stuff. Now, these fuckers there's a generational thing here too. So you've also kind of got generational things going on here as well, which is sort of your Gen X 4chaners, your Gen Y 4chaners, and your fucking young kids, okay? Same thing here, right? Same thing here, right? This is corporate America. This is largely driven by corporate America, all this normie bullshit corporate shit. I remember, and I'll talk about, actually, this is a good example. So Mumsnet. Let's talk about Mumsnet for a minute, mummy forums, because I had my daughter. My daughter was born on September 10th, 2001 at 11:55 p.m. Okay? Fucking, I was in hospital recovering from a C-section when the towers hit. I was in a mother's group with American women. That was when I saw they're fucking a little bit different to the rest of us. They fucking lost their minds a bit. This is not new. None of this is new. None of this is new, okay? It's just amplified and fucking they're stoking the flames. And that's why it's when I talk about the hedge funds and how they've been sort of moving these levers around, and they finally just showed what they do. I had proof of concept with this thing, and that's why I'd like to map it out. But again, I don't have time for this shit, okay? I'm not a paid journalist. I'm not paid by any other than, the few patrons that support me and, the donations that people generally, very generously give me. This is just my life's work and passion. It's just something that I'm trying to solve. So it's, anyway, so. Because obviously the second that you start taking money, you end up compromised with this stuff, which is the ongoing theme here. If you take money from these fucks right here, if you take money from these guys, you're fucked. All right. So, yeah. So mummy forums, yeah, again, so when we're talking about communities, I think it is actually, it's a very good point, actually, Karova, which is that, 4chan, when people refer to 4chan or Reddit, they're large communities. They are diverse communities. There's woke subreddits. There's 4chan-like subreddits. They are the platform where communities, that's like blaming Facebook, right, for an individual group. It doesn't work that way. And Mumsnet is very much the same. So if you've got some sort of platform, we don't want to generalize. So Mumsnet is just a place for mums to hang out. And people who identify as mothers. It's a whole other fucking issue. Let's move on, shall we? But again, we're just seeing that fracture. We're seeing that fracture. And that's yeah, anyway. I'm going down fucking rabbit holes. I apologize. But yeah, so so there's the idea of the internet. Always, if you're old school like me, okay. Now I'm not going to say, I'm saying old school, Gen X, 15, remembering web rings and Usenet and BBS and IRC and all those sorts of things, right? The vision that we had for the internet was one of platforms where people could find, like-minded people. And people who weren't like-minded could get the fuck out, and people who were like-minded could, rally around a certain topic. So if you were interested in, like that, I've told this joke before, which is like, it's like, you got no life. You got no life. And then someone would always point out and they'd go, well, this is the Mariah Carey fan forum. I don't think any of us have lives. And then the argument would be over. Okay? That was sort of the vision that, you'd be sitting there arguing over who had the least life. Like fucking guilds. But again, it's like, we've all not got any life. That's my frustration. There's scientific papers that show that if you fucking are addicted to the internet, that you have shit going on. It means you got no life. It's backed by science. Okay, anyway, that's a diversion. But if you're old school, right, I think I have cracked with lockdown and the bushfires and fucking. That was the thing. That's another reason why I thought I should do video, do a stream, even though I'm really fucking busy and have so much more to do. I've got a site launch to get. I've got to go do a go live fucking on like early next week, and I'm fucking not done yet. I thought it was important because I thought that basically because we've been in lockdown for the first time and we've had fire looming, I thought that people might think that I'd finally cracked. And I don't know if that's maybe that's the case. I don't know. I don't think so. But anyway. So if you're old school internet, you went in. Okay. So I signed up for this. I signed up for this fucking awesome playground where I could find like-minded people worldwide. I was not me. Okay. I've talked about this before. I wasn't a woman online. Unless I brought it up, right? I wasn't I wasn't an outsider. I didn't fit in with my family and I was bullied at school, and I was also a bit of a fucking bully, but, I felt bullied at school. I didn't fit in. And the internet was somewhere where I could find other people like me and make things and talk about life and connect with each other. And that was, and people would innovate and make websites and, build fan websites. My whole career started with a guitar tablature fan site, and I've befriended the artist. And that was what launched my career as a fucking UX designer. And I was in politics before that. So, not as a UX designer, okay, the thing about UX is that it's just sort of it's hard to say because I've just done all of digital. If you're in digital and you're as old as me, there comes a point where you've seen it all, done it all. You can code, you can do whatever. But I would say I'm largely more in the experience design area than the engineering side. And the engineers won't listen. They won't listen. That's how we got here. Too busy talking about fucking, candles and graphs and fucking hashes and dumb shit and not fucking talk. Okay, here you go. Let's roast some engineers. If there was a fucking psychology that was shuffling deck chairs on the fucking Titanic, it would be fucking engineers and fucking coders. You'd be more focused on a fucking bug fix rather than a fucking explosion out, and you'd be sitting there just fucking. This is what I love about you, because I'm too big picture, and this is why Paul and I work well together, because he's a details person and I'm not. And so I'm fucking big picture and scribbling and crazy and creative. And so I need someone else who's a bit more detail and detail oriented. But at the same time, fuck me, man. If everyone just honestly, can I say the solution to a lot of this stuff is building good teams. Building teams with different types of brains. Not just a corporate fucking drone brain, but you have a mixture. Seriously, in every agency that I've either run or worked for, or people that I've worked with, or every great project that has been well run and successful, it's had a combination of different people where you work to everyone's strengths and you don't fucking expect them to do shit that's not their strength. That's always been the best thing, but that's a whole other thing. If you want me to consult on how to build a fucking team, I know how to do that too. I know how digital projects fucking run, okay, and why they go wrong. So anyway, side point. So if you're old school like me and you had a vision for the internet, now I'm going to tell you, Jack Zuckerberg, definitely Jeff Bezos, all the fucking these guys, they're like me. They were the people that were this vision, and they got lucky, okay? They got lucky. They had good timing. And that's the thing, which is where I think we need to be a little more charitable. Elon Musk as well. They were fucking 4chan kids, okay? And that's why this is important. And this is why I'm saying that I think that the hedge funds with this Wall Street Bets thing have kicked the wrong fucking hornet's nest, okay? And I'll get there. You know I take forever. Whatever. Fucking whatever. You got no life. You're on the internet. Fuck it. So anyway, so if you're old school, you always, if you are old school, you tend to sympathize more with these guys. Even with the no-no frog, okay? The no-no frog is a fucking joke and they do it because it fucking annoys you, okay? Yes, again, 10% of fuckwits, as you know. Every community, the fuckwits mess it up, okay? It happens, it goes from fucking people who can't put shopping carts back in the right fucking place, that 10% of fuckwits who ruin it for everyone else and everything falls apart. And then you've got your family, you've got fucking 10%, some of them, I got 40% of fuckwits, but 10% of fuckwits, every family's got fuckwits, okay, that ruin it for everyone else at Christmas, okay? Then you've got fucking a classroom, you've got fucking 10% of fuckwits that ruin it, okay? This fuckwit is a scalable fucking thing. Okay. Fuckwits ruin it for the rest of us. 80% of all the laws, rules, regulations are fucking designed because they can't not be fuckwits. Okay? So let's just go with the fuckwit theory first. So, making big generalizations about communities, but what they've done is they've sort of, the hedgies, let's put this down. Okay? These guys have exploited that idea that there's fuckwits in every community. Okay, so that's this point. So over here, you've got your old school internet, okay? 2005, normies crashed. That's when you started to see your fucking corporate internet, okay? Obviously you saw AOL earlier than that, but I'm saying this is, again, I'm making up numbers. Don't fucking quote me. You know what I mean. There was a moment with the AOL portal where it went mainstream and became something that was corporatized, sanitized, advertiser friendly, right? And this just continued. Then you had, as a fucking consequence of this, the marketers moved in and started all their MLM scams and their fucking affiliate marketing and all that bullshit. Okay, that's how Bezos got rich. Amazon affiliates, I reckon, initially was how this thing traveled. Amazon became an easy way to move product, but also a way for fucking grifters to make a quick buck. All right? And just make an easy buck. So there's always those people that are in for the quick buck, and then there's those that, it's just, again, it just depends on who you've at. Just a lot of it comes down to sort of psychographics and psych profiles, really, personas. Anyway, so you've got your normies, they move in 2005. Okay? Now, because I went pro around here where I saw the writing on the wall and I saw that I could actually sell this business. So over here, you've got a bunch of sort of digital agencies. Okay. So I'm here, right? I was a nerd who fucking could code and stuff. I saw an opportunity. I left politics and went, okay, I'm going to back this horse over here because these guys are moving in and it seems like they need some fucking help. Okay. They need some help building websites. Now, the grifters moved in because they saw a buck, okay? They started to tell the normies and make lots of promises to the normies that they couldn't deliver on, okay? SEO scams, all those sorts of people, okay? The normies were led. So you've got this is a thing called dark patterns, okay? And I'll talk about that. That's something else, but that's basically unethical design. Okay, I don't do dark design, I don't do manipulation, and I have always refused to do it. And there's a point where, and as sort of certain techniques got more and more manipulative, like SEO or pay-per-click advertising and those sorts of things, I just gradually noped out and I didn't offer the service anymore. But there's a lot of people who I don't have any fucking integrity, okay, and have a lot more money than me. But that's okay. I'd rather be broke and sleep at night. So, because I knew that, because again, I understand, again, it's just that unique thing where I understand politics. I understand like the responsibility that someone has because when you're a campaigner or a policy person or politics or in that sort of area, there's a lot of psychology in it as well. But you understand that there's a responsibility there to not fucking whip people up into a frenzy, right? So that's why, if you're actually doing politics well, okay, you are about the policy and about the ideas and you're sharing, you're changing hearts and minds with persuasion, okay, not with manipulation. And unfortunately, because as people like me started to just gradually not offer these things, like I've never done ebook fucking lead magnet marketing or Those fucking cunts with the 7 on their price. Those stupid cunts. Okay? The NLP assholes. You know, there's all those NLP assholes. NLP is manipulation. It's psychological manipulation. And that little fucking business cult started to take over this fucking corporate. That became sort of the gold standard in marketing for some time, okay? And it still is, and it's very hard to undo a lot of these patterns, okay? It's a lot because they're now entrenched as sort of the default. And I've been trying to fight for ethical UX, like user experiences, for fucking ever, and no one listens because they want their pop-ups and their fucking bullshit and their remarketing and emotional manipulation and all that stuff, because it just nudges things upwards. There's a theme here, okay? It changes people's behavior. Now, then you've got this sort of new thing here, which is where the internet became easier to use, easier to build, which that's good. We did our jobs well. User experience, we did our jobs well. We started to just learn from user behavior and learn how to do things better. So Amazon started with, you know, your e-commerce. That if you look at the old Amazon and eBay and even just websites, okay, so they used to be fairly haphazard. There were no really rules. It was a lot more creative, okay, but at the same time, over time, we developed standards around how websites look and how they convert and what. You know, so you've got your sort of your logo in your top left corner, and then you've got your main categories on the left, and then you got your sort of, you know, search here, and then you know, like over time we built, that's called a design pattern, okay? Now, so basically that's why now most websites look the same, okay? But this Tumblr was a part of that, okay? And WordPress is kind of separate to that, but you know, just assume that fucking Tumblr and Squarespace and WordPress and all of these content management systems, okay? It used to be difficult to set this stuff up, okay? You had to know how to code. But around here, the normies started going, well, I don't want to fucking pay $30,000. I'm not paying 30 grand for a fucking thing. And so, you know, there became the open source movement sort of open source content management systems like WordPress or sort of made the internet more accessible, and they were more willing to sort of build more content. It became easy to build blog networks and add and you know, make money and all that stuff. And that's, again, I think I've gone fucking way too much into the weeds with this, so I'm just going to zoom back out. I need to zoom out too. But over here you've got your Tumblr and your fandoms, which sort of is... It's like a generation of kids who didn't know how hard it was to build a website, first of all. Probably too young to use the internet, right? If I had my way and I had kids now, they would not be on the internet until they were 12. That's because I evangelized this. My 4-year-old, you know, and I pushed this stuff, and she was on Tumblr quite young. And again, this is just one of those things where we didn't realize. Okay. Now again, I'm not going to get into the weeds about Zucker, like it's just, yeah. Otherwise it just goes off into conspiracy. I'm skimming a lot. I'm generalizing a lot. I'm just trying to get a lot out of here. Okay. Because you need to understand a little bit of this history, because I'm trying to get to this one. But, okay. So Reddit. Okay. So when you've got Facebook and Twitter here, okay. I'm skipping past MySpace because this isn't the nostalgia channel. So Facebook and Twitter, okay, and Reddit. Oh, sorry, there's no arrows there. But you got Facebook and Twitter, okay, and then you got Reddit. Now, Reddit largely sits over here as sort of what the internet used to be, okay, and it's gone corporate. But up until recently, they had, you know, they've had funding and all that sort of stuff. But again, big general, a lot of complicated stuff. Facebook, well, we all know that's a fucking ad factory. Twitter, sold out to the fucking Fisher Price internet. And it's the most toxic platform as a result. And that's because I think Twitter actually was the most influential, the easiest way to sway sentiment in the moment for day trading. Okay, and it's only because I saw how day traders conduct themselves, because it's not something I've really jumped into. Stocks is not really something I've been confident with. And all of this stuff. But I sat back and I observed the community, and it's sort of made some sense to me. But anyway, so moving on. So I'm just saying, All right. So you got Reddit. I'm going to have to move to another piece of paper. So let's say, so you got Reddit here. These guys, because they are like these guys, okay, there's this history here, okay, they've got a target on their back to begin with, a woke target. Because this is where this fucking hate speech thing, okay, deplatforming. Deplatforming, okay, bans, bots, okay, all of these things that we've been talking about, okay, those are now able to be used as weapons against people who threaten hedge funds, okay. Now, let's move on. That made no fucking sense. My drawing is shit. I'm a designer, did you know that? I only do wireframes though, I don't fucking draw, can you tell? Okay. So here you've got WallStreetBets. Okay, I didn't mean to go into the history for so long, but fuck it. My channel, do what I fucking want. So, where's my super chats, cunts? Okay. I don't want to talk about Jesus. Jesus is a cunt. Okay, so he's dead. Move on. And I know that that's a bot. I've been playing with this fucking religious bot. It's fun because I like observing them and I play with them and I like, because the thing about bots is that they're actually very interesting to watch the behavior and stuff, and they're getting very good. So, okay. So, I like to see how human-like bots can be and how bot-like humans can be. And both of those things are happening. Anyway, okay, so WallStreetBets. So the thing about any of this, it's interesting to see actually if any of these fucking dickheads show up, because you'll start to see the manipulation and the emotional manipulation that goes on. Jesus abandoned me fucking from birth. Okay, I don't believe in that shit. So no, I won't. Okay. So, can someone who's got mod privileges bump that fuck, please? Yeah. All right. I'm just going to bump that person. Hang on, add to block list. Okay, there we go. Won't come up now. So, someone likes jerking off to Jesus. So is that like necrophilia if you're masturbating? All right. So, fuck off. And if you are part of any kind of cult, fuck off. Anybody who thinks freely and questions everything, you're welcome. Now, so WallStreetBets. I'm not going to talk. I am absolutely not fucking able to explain the full, like, amazingness of this whole thing, okay? I am ill-equipped to do so. I might actually just share some information, background information as a follow-up. Unfortunately, I'm just so fucking... We have to move house. We have to find a house. While on lockdown, there's fucking fires. All of this is going down. And I've got a client. I've got client work and I've got uni. I'm doing the intensive psych stuff, and I've got assessments to do. So I'm just a little bit pumped, but I will try my best. If anyone wants to help me out, let me know. So you got WallStreetBets. Okay, this is why I seem a bit probably stressed too, because I haven't had as much sleep as I would like, because the most exciting thing in 5 years something I've never seen before in my life. Again, this is just what I do for a living, is try to fucking talk about this stuff, and the biggest fucking thing lands and I'm absolutely at capacity. If only I'd fucking bought more Doge. Okay, anyway, so you got WallStreetBets, which is basically they're like a Reddit community for high stakes trading. Now, don't be fooled by this, okay? And also don't go to that subreddit anymore. I'll get there. You know, that. Don't be fooled, because they've put sort of they know the jig, okay? They're actually decent. They're not dumbass kids. They're very smart finance, but they're high stakes rollers. So a lot of the lingo around it is fucking amazing. And, you know, they've been banned for using the word retard. But the thing is that the idea is that people come in thinking that they're going to get rich. So it's kind of like a weird troll thing. So the internet fucks, you know, all these crypto fuckers, right? All of these crypto fuckers. Why the fuck would I move to the UK right now? Why on earth would I do that? What the fuck? Anyway, so I would love to. It's fucking cold and you're all fucking dropping off. What the fuck? No, I'm staying in Australia, cunt. Staying in Australia. Okay. I will stay in Australia. These guys, so they share, they're basically like day traders, like, but high stakes. So sort of share advice. They sort of go in large, and a lot of their stuff is sort of high risk stuff. Okay. So they kind of basically share financial advice, but they say that it's not financial advice. Again, I'm new to the community, but I understand a lot of the sort of language and all of the lingo and sort of the subculture there. And I kind of started to understand where they're at, which is that they're just like fucking, they come in, some dumb cunt with the get rich quick ideas of like just flipping stocks and making a fuck ton of money. And then so it's just like they go all in and lose everything. Okay. And that's part of the fun. So it's part of the journey. It's the up and the down. Okay, it's all of that stuff. These guys get off on I actually really like it because I have a very high pain threshold when it comes to risk, and I really do enjoy that day trading stuff. So I found it very interesting because I understand what they're like. Paul's not like that. Paul's more of a fucking financial responsibility person. Okay. I'm not posting in the community. I'm in the Discord though. And I was in the voice chat last night. I was the one, I told them that Elon Musk had like what he'd done. But yeah, it's all dudes. I'm scared to talk in there. Anyway, they're real. But if you actually listen in on the voice chats, they're fucking nice guys and they're supporting each other. I actually got quite emotional listening to it because, you know, when you see that these corporate fucks are bullying ordinary, decent people. I'm not talking about investment. It's not, I'm not doing it. I am absolutely, the reason why I haven't, the reason why I have not fucking streamed or talked about this is because I don't want to say anything stupid that will make people do something fucking stupid. Okay. Don't read the shit and like, it's up to you, but I cannot in a fucking pandemic when people are desperate, I have an ethical responsibility to tell people that they're being manipulated to fucking lose all their money. Okay. The Wall Street Bets guys are actually fucking decent guys if you listen to what they're saying, and not to trust the fucking abuse from the mainstream media. That's my main point. Okay. If people would, can we please leave the financial fucking shit off my shit? I don't want to get sued, and it's not even about legal liability. It's about me being able to sleep at night knowing I don't care. I will bump you. Okay. Last warning. Not sharing tips on here, okay? Because I do not want someone to come in here and fucking go and buy shares and lose everything because the market's volatile. Just fucking calm down, okay? Now, I'm sorry, I have to set that boundary because there's a lot of people that are being very fucking reckless right now and no one's listening to me. They're fucking driven by their emotions. They got scrambled eggs for brains. And they're being manipulated. And if people would fucking let me talk. So they basically share financial advice hidden under memes and shit, okay? Dig deeper. Good bunch of dudes, okay? And women, okay? Mostly dudes. Okay? So, but they laugh at all these fucking high-rolling crypto fucks. They don't even let you talk about crypto. I'm blocking you, okay? I'm blocking you for the stream. You can't actually seem to put user in timeout. Please do not fucking give people financial advice on my stream. Final fucking warning. Okay. Now, I feel very strongly about this. And you will see why if you just let me fucking talk and stop telling people to buy shit. People are fucking not in their right heads and they're vulnerable. They have just lost a bunch of money. Okay? And people are being fuckheads. Okay? And the hedge funds are all fucking taking advantage of that shit. Stop it. Okay. Thank you. This is not the channel for it. Go to a different stream. I apologize. I know you've been here before, but like, no. Hard boundary. People just fucking get some fucking ethics and see the responsibility that they have for the fucking things they say. And that when they say something, people will fucking act and people will do something. And that's a good thing in Elon Musk's case because he knows that he's fucking got that responsibility and he's actually doing some fucking good shit. But for the most part, people are not well at the moment. And it's just, no, don't shill the stock. That if you've got an interest in a stock and you bought shit and made money, don't fucking sell shit that you've got holdings in. Okay, I need to declare we bought 3 GME and I've got like 6,500 Dogecoin. It's not worth fuck all. Okay, I'm not selling it. I'm saying I do not want that to happen. I'm saying I'm trying to analyze this situation. Now, I apologize for everyone else, but I think it's really important that people start fucking listening about the dirty fucking shit that's going on with fucking like these platforms and people on these platforms not knowing who you can trust, people just fucking telling people to share. I'm not on the fence I'm not on the fence. I'm trying to not talk about the fucking money part. I'm talking about the behaviors and the tactics and the manipulations. Okay? There are fucking channels dedicated to full-on fucking psyops to get people scared so that they sell their shares or buy their shares. And they're doing the same thing on Twitter. And if I could just finish without having to fucking moderate myself on this fucking thing, without having to just tell people to stop talking about the fucking shares. Okay? I'm sorry if I fucking lose it. You're in the fucking weeds. Zoom the fuck out. Okay? There is no such thing as fast money without immense risk. Okay? Fuck. That said, I understand why everyone's fucking doing it because these stupid cunts have put everyone in a pressure cooker so they can move the market at will. That's the thing I'm trying to get to. Okay. Now, I apologize for yelling at people who are watching my shit. I love you. But fuck me. Okay. I am not giving financial advice. It just happens to be. This is like saying, if I'm talking about Ravelry, that I give a fuck about knitting. I don't give a fuck about knitting either. It's not about the stock. Jesus Christ, people lose their fucking head when it comes to money. Money is the root of all fucking evil. I'm sure Jesus Freak would fucking agree with me on that one. Jesus, fuck. Okay. Oh, okay. We do need the Jesus guy to come back. Fucking hell. All right. I don't believe in that shit, but he had some good ideas. I'm fucking burning the fucking market down or whatever the fuck he did. Okay. I blocked him. Okay. And I assume that this is probably the same person. Let's see how we go. Because if I end up with dog leg soap. So you're saying buy shares in knitting. Yeah, no, okay. Karova, can I just explain? All right. First of all, it's never calm. I'm going to fucking go off at any given moment. Second of all, it is just something that I think people think isn't actually very serious and that I'm not trying to I'm actually ironically trying to fucking de-escalate and get people seeing what's going on, which is the manipulations. I've been talking about this stuff with the gender debate for fucking a year now. It's an AstroTurf movement to try and build demand and build it's marketing. It's psyops, okay? For fucking investors. I'm not, yeah, actually, yeah, Philip. I am calm. What do you mean? Philip gets a mug. It's fine. It's also partly fucking entertainment. I'm fine. I'm just fucking animated because I just want people to listen to me because I'm sitting here saying the way that the hedge funds attacked and the mainstream media, right, attacked, and fucking Twitter attacked, and the tech platform attacked, and every fucking influencer attacked this subreddit. They even fucking took it over. Okay, I don't know whether they bought off mods or what, but this is what I'm saying. It led to this is a fucking calamity, and you need to be aware of what's going on because it happened with the gender critical subreddit. It's happening in every community, which is that these guys are just fucking with us and betting on us so they can nudge shares in a certain direction. Now, as a professional, I would say what they're doing is they have access to what is called behavioral fucking data. Sentiment. Okay? All right? At any given moment, they can see, this is Google Trends, okay, what people are searching, okay? Twitter trends, okay? They can see this stuff, Facebook. They have access to enterprise-grade tools, right, that not only say what people are talking about, what they're clicking on, how long they're on it, how often they're returning, all of those things. We all know this, right? It's just like, but even fucking the social dilemma, that's propaganda too, because they're blaming the advertisers. They're not. It's not the advertisers. It's the fucking hedge funds. Gambling. It's not advertising revenue. Okay? That's their money laundering exercise. The real money is in the gambling part around fucking the market. Okay? And that's this is where these guys fucked up because I saw what they did. Okay? So they put okay. I moved on. I went on a tangent and I've gone too far in, but quickly, Wall Street Bets. Start again. Here we go. Let's try this again. Wall Street Bets. So, GameStop. Let's just focus on GameStop. I'm not going to get derailed. Okay? GameStop. These guys just, sharing fucking information, high stakes shit. Okay. They saw that a bunch of hedge funds, right, in this case. Now, hedge funds are different to different ordinary sort of brokers and stuff. Now, I'm not going to go into the fucking detail because I don't fucking understand it. All I know is that hedge funds means hedging bets. It's basically, think about that, okay? These guys gamble. They're professional fucking gamblers with billions of dollars, okay? Some of them do it in good ways, but these guys are fucking, I don't know. I question their morality, let's say, as a massive generalization, much like when I say all engineers are autistic fucks. I'm sure there's 3 or 4 that aren't autistic fucks. Much like when I say hedge fund people are all fucking evil fucks with small dicks and no fucking morals. There's probably 2 or 3 that aren't like that. Generalizations. So you've got these hedge funds here. Now, this is where you need to understand the history. So I won't go into history too much, but basically what these guys saw. Now, it didn't start as a social movement. And this is where I'm saying these guys fucking kicked the wrong nest. Okay? And I'll tell you why. GameStop, they saw there's this thing called shorting, okay? Now, I did not even know this was a fucking thing because, again, I'm not really, you can't know lots of things in detail. But basically, these guys can gamble not just for the stock to go up, but they can bet against the stock, okay? So they can say, well, we think... Now, shorting, again, I'll say, I did not know that shorting was a thing, but it turns out it's actually quite a neutral thing. It's actually good for accountability if it's done right. Okay, so you can bet that this stock is going to go up or down, okay? And then what you do is you basically, so let's just say this guy, okay. So you've got this guy here, okay? He's got a tiny penis, bag of money, okay? And nobody likes him, okay? And he's got a fedora because he definitely does, okay? He's a fuckwit. This guy sees, let's just say he's got money. He's got some money over here. Actually, that's probably confusing because it's actually more of a loan. Fuck it. I fucked up the drawing. He doesn't have money. Okay. This dude has, let's say, I'm trying to think of the best way to explain it. So he has let's say he finds a 10% off voucher, okay, for fucking something that is in high demand, okay, like a fucking apples, okay. $10 off for apples. It's already going well, isn't it? $10 off voucher for 30 kilos of apples. Now, so he sees that, but he doesn't actually buy the apples and resell them, right? What he does, it's going to get fucking bad. I didn't say I was going to explain it well. What he does is he sees, so there's all these people over here, right, that want to buy apples at the full price, okay? This is not you can tell this is not my lane, can't you? $10 off, okay, full price. He finds a $10 voucher. What he does, okay, and then you've got people over here that own it. No. What did I do? I fucked up. Okay, basically they gamble against the fucking, I give up. Nah. Fucking throw it. Let's go back. They gamble up and down against the company. Fucking rage quit that fucking thing. You need to know when to. Here we go. This is the only fucking financial advice I'll ever give. You need to know when to get out. When you're in too far, you need to know when to get the fuck out. It's all about timing. Okay. Okay. So you've got fucking. So they gamble up. I was fucking. Someone share a fucking link in the comments to fucking explain a video. I'll find one. Okay. All right. I knew trying to explain something like this I'd come unstuck. Okay, I do understand it, but I can't explain it, which means I don't understand it well enough. They often say that if you can explain something, it means you know it well, right? So clearly I don't know it well enough, or I'm not confident in my understanding. Basically, okay, so shorting is basically gambling up. Shorting is gambling down against the company. They're basically going to say, I think this company is going to go broke, or the stock's going to go down, and then they sort of sell back. They make a profit off that. Okay, fucking all right. Fucking they make a profit off of that. These guys, okay, now, but it's not real stock, so they don't actually hold stock. Fuck, I can't explain this. I know it, I understand it, but I'm just trying to find the right words. So basically, okay, so they say, this stock's going to go down. I think this stock's going to go down. So what they do is they borrow stock from someone who has that. I don't think this is going to get any less confusing with me explaining it, but let's give it a go. So they don't actually buy the stock. What they do is they borrow stock from somebody. That's the bit I don't fucking understand, but let's just whatever. They borrow the stock from somebody, okay, and then they sell it to somebody lower, and they keep the difference. And that's how they make their profit. Okay. Please don't give financial tips. People have scrambled eggs for brains. They are not their right selves. They are in a desperate emotional state. Please do not or if you're joking, please make it clear you are joking. Okay. Please. I'm asking you for the 100th time. Now, and you'll understand why. I will explain the rest of it better because that's the shit that I know. That's the bit I don't fucking understand. I'm not a rich cunt. I don't understand rich cunt things. I only understand poor cunt things. Okay? It's not about new money or old money. Okay? Who was it that said, I'm not new money or old money. I'm fucking old poor. I don't fucking understand this shit. But basically, some rich cunt convinces another rich cunt to give him the stock that he's got, and he then goes and sells it to some vulnerable poor cunt and then makes money off it. That's pretty much how it works. Okay. Now, but what they do is what they saw with GameStop was that they were actually selling more shares than actually existed in the market. So I can't remember the numbers. So let's just say I'm rounding up 125%. So there's only a certain pool of like shares that you can own in a company. That bit I know. I know the basics. It's the shorting that kind of confuses me. But so, you've got your basic, goes up, goes down. What they've done is they've sort of oversold. So, like, let's say if you book at the doctor's surgery or you book a flight. I mean, that's probably a really bad example at the moment. But, when shit wasn't fucking nuts and there were airlines, what they often do is often oversell because they know that there's a certain portion of people that won't show up or will reschedule or whatever. So a lot of doctors do this. They sort of overbook. They don't book it in the time slots, but they overbook. And then sometimes, every so often, they end up oversold and they sort of, they've sold more than they can fulfill. Okay. Planetary Encounter is blocked. Please do not give financial advice on my stream. Thank you. Now, I'm explaining how it works for fucking idiots, all right, and retards. That said, I do recommend the Wall Street Bets alternative Discord, and I'll explain why. Okay. Now, block user. Paul, you had your last warning. Okay. Now, you're blocked for this stream. You can't behave yourself. Respect people's boundaries. Okay. Don't be a fuckwit. Now, okay. Or I could say that you can pay me to come back. Because now I know the system's rigged. Now I know it's rigged. I'm for fucking sale for everything. Why the fuck am I doing this for free? It's fucking rigged. Work hard and fucking play. This is the thing. When you understand this, you fucking become truly fucking woke. Okay? You see this for what it is, which is that even if you fucking find a way, they will find a way to fuck you. Okay? And this is what this is about. So anyway, so they short the stock. So these guys saw that this was heavily shorted, okay? That there was more stock in the market, okay? More outstanding, whatever the fuck that means, than there are actual shares available in the company. Now, what that means, okay, is, okay, block, okay, stop. Now, have we got a fucking troll problem? Has anyone got moderator privileges on my YouTube? I fully expected this, but I think you also need to see what's going on here as well. See how they're trying to get people to buy and sell and fuck around and manipulate and bully and pressure and exert pressure onto me. Okay, this is actually a very good example. Okay. Oh, sorry. Yep. Sorry. Yep. Where are we? I'll get there. So basically, okay. Sorry, guys. But let's just watch the behavior of these fuckwits that are over here. Okay. Now, what I've seen is an absolute shit show because this is the kind of behavior that I observe. And I can tell a bot from a human, and I can tell a fucking dickhead and a fuckwit from the rest of us. I have a zero tolerance policy on fuckwits and bots. Okay. If you don't listen to me the first time or the second time when I request politely you to leave, I'm your fucking bouncer. Fuck off. If you show up again, I will fucking, but again, if you just, it's really good teachable moment actually, because what you will see is this at scale, around the clock, bombarded. okay, which is that people trying to pressure people to sell their shares and all that sort of stuff, okay? That's why I won't tolerate people talking about the financial part, because I cannot sit here, okay, and moderate at the same time, first of all. And second of all, when I actually get to my fucking point, which is the psyops and the attack and the bot attack and all that sort of stuff, you'll see things differently. But okay, so basically they found out, they go, oh shit, okay, so there's a whole bunch of shares here that these guys have borrowed, okay. What we're seeing is that they've gone and, first of all, devalued the stock. So one thing that's important here is the media aspect of this, because hedge funds own parts of the media, they own parts of tech, okay. They own other corporations, they're major shareholders in corporations. Okay, they own fucking everything. They own a lot of fucking money. Okay, right. So they own these things. This is a conflict of interest, really. In any other place, you know that thing where we're not allowed to fucking, you know, that, like, okay, back to Perth lockdown. We had a case of coronavirus here. Don't laugh. I know UK are laughing at that, but we had one case and we went into lockdown. Because we've been largely, you know, free. And all these fuckers were like, why is he allowed to be an Uber driver? Why is he because he works at a hotel? No one's fucking going, why are these guys allowed to fucking do this and own all the media? It's like you fucking sit there arguing on these platforms about some poor dude who wanted to make $3 fucking. Fuck me. So anyway. Get out of the weeds and zoom out, motherfuckers. Marx would call it class consciousness. I'd call it not being a fuckwit. Okay, now, this is where it's so they found out that there was an opportunity here, okay, which was that basically there's a deadline on when they borrow this stock. So there's a deadline. And what happens is eventually, if they can't fucking sell the stock or find the stock or buy the stock at the lower price, okay, they need to pay up. So basically they've put the stock on lay-by and then they can't pay off the lay-by, but they're up for the full amount and a restocking fee. Okay, so that's kind of, think of it, I know that's a really fucking, again, poor people analogy, because I'm not one of these fucking cunts. I don't understand this shit. This is rich people shit. I got real problems. But anyway, so what happened is these guys noticed that this was coming, that these guys had over borrowed and over fucking committed themselves. So what they decided to do was start buying, first of all, buying the shares, because they thought that the GameStop was actually undervalued. Now, it's very important. GameStop, if you're in Australia, GameStop's the parent company for EB Games as well. Okay, so they're not fucking going anywhere soon. EB Games have done really well in terms of like the way that they've pivoted into loot and merch and pre-orders and all that sort of stuff, right? So they're sort of moving into that space and they're doing very well. And also consoles and pre-owned stuff and rent, you know, all that sort of stuff. So GameStop, people aren't always going to be online, okay? And they were like, no, fuck them. Okay, now, the thing that hedge funds you also need to understand generally, okay, Joseph, also off. Don't talk about the share prices, please. I've said that. Now, I don't want people talking about the fucking share price. And if you just pay attention for 2 minutes rather than fucking waving your dick around, you'll see why I feel so strongly about this, because everyone is spreading bullshit, disinformation, and nobody knows what to do, and they're making stupid fucking decisions. So stop it. Fucking stop it. Okay? And if you fucking continue, fucking first warning, sorry, Joseph, you just caught my wrath because this is built, it's now repeated. I apologize. I know you're a regular, but just fucking don't. Because these guys have, when you see what they have done, okay? Now, it's fucking what, an hour and a half in, I haven't even explained this fucking thing. Jesus Christ. Because I have to spend 35 minutes telling people not to be a fuckwit. Okay, anyway, so these guys fucking own chunks of all of this. They own the information. They own the fucking companies. They own the media. They own fucking tech companies. They have everyone over a fucking barrel. okay, as a group. The hedge funds, like Silicon Valley, it's all a fucking club. To quote George Carlin, it's a big fucking club, and you're not in it, okay? These guys are fucking evil and they collude. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. They're fucking colluding, okay? It's obvious. It's a coordinated attack against guys who fucking just found a little way to fucking make some money. So anyway, these guys saw an opportunity, went, okay, well, come D-Day, right? These guys are going to have to pay up. Well, they're going to be fucked, okay? Turns out they managed to take down Melbourne Capital, which is fucking great. Now, Melbourne Capital... Now, I'm not going to get into that fucking shit. You can watch other people who are covering the ownership stuff. So so Melbourne Capital fucking got bailed out by Citadel, and there's all this other shit. I'm not fucking talking about that. I'm here to talk about something else. You motherfuckers. Go to a finance stream if you're going to talk about the fucking... Get out of the fucking weeds. You're in the guilds. This is a fucking raid. And you're fighting amongst yourselves. Motherfuckers. There you go. Now, why do you piss me off? Boundaries. Learn to behave yourselves. It's not your fucking right. Okay? Now, Wall Street bets. Now, what happened with Wall Street bets? They made the hedge funds look fucking bad. They were fucking mad. Really fucking mad. They're pretending they're not rattled. Okay. They are. You know how I know? Because they're more aggressive than fucking the trans activists. And that's pretty fucking mad. All right? Because you have to be pretty fucking violent and pretty, like, full-on psyops. Right? Which is what they're doing with the gender movement, right? And other communities. This woke shit. It's a fucking weapon. Using it as a weapon. So, it's a weapon of mass delusion is what I'm calling it. But your Wall Street bets over here. Unfortunately, so GameStop. Now, unfortunately, this got media. This went viral. Okay, so it kind of it was interesting, went viral. People started to see it. Okay. Perfect storm. Okay, people are pissed. People are pissed off. Fucking left America. They haven't been given any fucking money. They got nothing to pay. They got nothing. Okay. They figured out how to make some money off the bank. So it became kind of a thing. All right. On Reddit. I won't talk about that. So the GameStop story, it went viral. As you know, hedge funds looked like fuckwits. They were mad. They were fucking mad. Okay? Really fucking mad. Lost them $70 billion. Potentially. Okay? Now, there's all this other shit that that bores me and I'm sick of it. Go look it up. Basically, what happened was they decided to push silver. Now, this is where we saw the mainstream media fall into line. Okay, they've started to, okay, now, sorry, again, now. 1, okay, 2. All right. This is why I kept saying don't buy silver. And with the silver thing is where you started to see it all fall apart and you can apply it. And they used wokeism, this woke shit, okay? They used wokes. They used blue checks. They used the media, okay? They used Reddit and social media, right? To spread a story that was not true, okay? To create the next big... So they made them go viral. They basically said they manufactured this thing. So they accidentally went viral because I've gone viral before, so I know how this works. You got to work with the news cycle. And then they lose interest. So what they did was that they said, basically they went, well, the GameStop thing's over. It's not over.
It's not necessarily over until they've got to pay. And I'll explain why, and I'm just going to skim over it. It's basically in stalemate at the moment, okay? They're just waiting to see if they're good for they have to pay up. They're going to have to pay up. When the shorts come in and they have to fucking pay up, it's going to be interesting to see whether they've lied, because there's been so much effort and energy and disinformation coming from them that no one who is confident behaves themselves in this way. And that's or conducts themselves this way. That's what I'm saying. So with GameStop, that kind of was an organic viral moment where everyone kind of went in on this thing. All right. Now, the Doge thing is just a weird fucking... That got caught up in it. It's kind of secondary. Yeah. But they made them look bad. They were fucked. Okay. There's all this other stuff with Robinhood and whatever. But whatever. Actually, it's not insignificant. I'll move that. So so they've got these apps. So like Robinhood, for example, they then froze trading, or not froze. Okay, I'm just going to keep it simple for everyone else. But they basically did fuckery, okay, to stop people buying. They delayed people's deposits, okay, deposits. They said that they couldn't like cover the money. I don't know. The jury's out on that one. Okay, that's illegal. Now, but what they also did was started saying, I'm fading. I might need a 5-minute break. Because everyone's being fuckwits. So, okay, so Wall Street Bets Philip said, hedge funds gone full climber. Yeah, exactly. So Wall Street Bets made the hedge funds look bad. The hedge got mad, making them get sad, causing the bots to do bad. Yeah, pretty much. But also what has also happened is that we also have seen the role that blue checks play. I figured it all out. Blue checks, they're fucking idiots. They're useful idiots in this whole fucking thing. Okay? They just fell into line and started. So basically they went, okay, so this went viral, and journalists are fucking idiots. So they just report on the viral sensation because it's the news of the day, because they're fucking morons. They're scrambled eggs for brains, okay? Oh, isn't this cool? They're sticking it to the man. Well, it turns out the man is there fucking like money. So those hedge funds, okay, went, oh, well, we can't go under attack. What we will do is create a diversion, okay? So what they did was they basically, you should see it. Everyone went into lockstep on silver, and fucking Wall Street Bets didn't say it. They basically kept posting about silver on Wall Street Bets. So they created some fake accounts, okay? Started creating buzz around silver, pretending to be people who were promoting silver, okay? The media reported, like fuckwits. Again, I'm not sure if it's deliberate. I'm not really one to go into conspiracies. I'm more one to say that there's a lot of very useful idiots out there. All they would need to do is get some young fucking intern journo, okay? No one who's been around who can spot bullshit with no critical thinking skills, okay? This is where you can weaponize the woke media and the populist media to your advantage if you're very smart. But, they're useful idiots. So you plant this story, create buzz around silver. Turns out that the fucking Citadel, right, the hedge fund that is being fucked, has a large interest in silver. So they start pushing silver, which is also undervalued generally in the market, okay? Again, I'm being very simple, okay? So these guys start selling silver. There's a rush on sort of, these guys all just fall into lockstep. They use the viral machine. Now, again, I'm not saying there's a conspiracy. I'm saying it's how the machine operates, okay? The astroturfing, the discrediting, the fucking bots, all of this stuff. But it was just fucking revolting. Now, because what here you've got is the evening news saying to fucking old people in their 50s and 60s who might want to get in on the next thing to buy silver. So people started, this is the thing that made me fucking mad, and I'm pretty sure this is the thing that made Elon Musk fucking nope. And I would not be surprised if Jeff Bezos fucking it's not at least a little bit related. Because I understand these fucking tech guys, and I know they hate them they resent the fuck out of the monster. They made a deal with the devil, and they're I'm hoping that they can fix it. Anyway, but basically mums and pops went in, idiots. Went in and bought all the fucking silver. I know people like jewelers and stuff, they can't get silver at the moment. Okay? But that's the disinformation campaign. Then they flooded. So they stopped people trading on GMC. Okay? Now, there's some debate about this sort of short ladder attack. So basically what they would do is just spam and spam and spam and buy. Like they're just basically selling and buying and selling and buying and selling shares at a lower price to make it look like there's volume when there's not volume. And that looked like people smarter than me said it would look like there was a coordinated attack on the actual market. Again, collusion, illegal, market manipulation, all this sort of stuff. What they did in the media was then accuse these guys of fucking market manipulation. They went with the racism. They fucking all just fell into line. They were, all of the woke blue checks started talking about fucking racism and sexism and how they're 4chan and hate speech and fucking all that stuff. They got the Donald treatment. Can we just call it the Donald treatment from now on? Okay? They got the 4chan treatment. They got 4chan'd. Okay? When you talk about 4chan, generally they're talking about B and Pol. And if you understand those two discrete communities, they're just having a fucking troll fight. It's just fun. And it's just, there's a few people that are very unwell and there's people that are unwell in every forum. Okay. It's not necessarily, it's just scrambled. They're being manipulated. So anyway, now, so they threw fucking blue checks at it. They threw, troll farms. Okay. Now, let's just move. Yeah, they threw everything they could at it, created a massive disinformation campaign, got it trending on Twitter, and everyone ran to silver. That was the moment where I decided that these people have no fucking morals because they were basically, I mean, it's obvious. What they were planning to do was because they'd lost all this money here, they were going to try and fluff this up. And what it is called pump and dump. I learned this. Okay, pump and dump is the thing, which is where they will do something, make a buck, and dump it, leaving fucking ashes in their wake. And this kind of conduct is the theme. And this is where I started to see the Twitter trending news cycle for what it is, okay, which is basically we're being gambled on for pump and dump. So these guys, because they own fucking Twitter, and they can just plant any fucking thing they want, okay? And they can get it trending. They've shown that they can do it. And if you don't accept it, they can just fucking put bots on you. They can put bots on you that will basically just coerce you, use emotional manipulation. The TERFs will like this one. They fucking keep threatening that they're going to kill themselves because they lost all this money. And they fucking all this, they threw literally every fucking borderline bullshit thing at them. Okay. Now, the thing that's interesting with the bots that they threw on the subreddit and on the Discord was that they looked identical in both form, pattern. This is something that I need to spend time on because I've been gathering screenshots and I'm working on the patterns and stuff. It's like a template. It's like a PsyOps bot template. Okay. And what's interesting is that it's not about Wall Street Bets, is that it's clear that they've obviously come up against these guys before, like with Volkswagen and, whenever they're trying to do stuff. They're obviously known by the hedge funds and these bots. They just basically like spam these channels with emotionally manipulative, with bots that saying, I'm going to sell guys, sell, buy now. And now that's one big thing in cryptos, this pump and dump. You need to understand how pump and dump works, which is that it's coordinated. It's illegal. It's a form of market manipulation. I believe it's illegal. It's not legal in crypto, I don't think. Again, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know. I'm just summarizing what I've learned in the last week. So if I'm wrong, that's fine. But basically what happened was these guys are just constantly fucking under attack. So basically they just hit the bots and they say, I'm from Greece and it's just I'm going to kill myself if I don't fucking, and I've lost everything thanks to you guys and you fucking, all this manipulation because all those people, so basically the subreddit went from like 2.5 million to 8 million people. A lot of them were actually bots that were trying to like push silver and tell stories and all of this sort of stuff. And, but I saw the thing that's really taken me 2 hours to get to is the pattern of the bot, which is that it looked like a fucking Tumblr kid that's got an anime avatar. It looked exactly the same. And it was like a gut-wrenching story of suffering and blah, blah, blah. and, you know, a gut-wrenching fucking story about my poverty and my, like, you know, all this stuff. But you should buy stock, or you should sell the stock. It's over, guys. It's over, guys. It's over, guys. And, like, just to try to pressure and scare people. Okay. And not only that, but also the coordinated, like, again, I don't know whether ladder stuff is a thing, because like some of the people are saying that it's not, but I could see it. I actually watched all this unfold in real time. And if I hadn't been watching it unfold, I wouldn't have really probably come to the conclusions that I had. But what I'm saying is that they're just constantly like buying 1 and 2 and 3 shares and selling, selling the other way around. Sorry, selling. But it's not a real sale. There's no actual transaction. It's just like shuffling it between 2 hedge funds, apparently. So that's why I call it short ladder. So it looks like a ladder, right? And so basically, but they do it in small increments, so that the mum and pop, like the everyday people who bought sort of 2 and 3 and 4 shares would say, oh shit, all the people who bought, the psychology of that is, fuck, everyone who bought 2 and 3 shares is selling, and they're selling fast in real time. So what that does is it causes a panic. Okay. All right. It causes a panic, and it causes someone who is watching that and who doesn't know that they're being manipulated. They go onto the Discord and they see that kids are hurting themselves, and all these stories about, and none of it's true. It's all bots. And this is the thing. But what you do see is all these guys going, fuck yeah. They've been through it before. They've been through it before. And because they're constantly under attack. It's the same thing with 4chan. I think because they've got fucking nerves of steel. Whereas with other bots, like the sort of the TRA bots and those sorts of things, which they are fucking bots. They're psyops. They're bullies, okay? They're fucking... there's no point. But even on Tumblr and those sorts of things, your kids are seeing these fucking sob stories and making it so that if you fucking, you know, they're thinking of poor Timmy and his poor sob story that they read in the fandoms. That's actually a bot. They're right. And that was the thing. When I saw, I know I'm rambling a bit because I'm fading, but right, when you actually saw the pattern where they just wrote an essay in the channel and just on repeat, and my parents lost their house thanks to you, bot, all of these things. And then they're putting it on Reddit. They're flooding it with stories, okay? They're flooding it with anecdotes and pain. And that was when I realized that wokeism was actually a fucking weapon. And it's used to silence people and to fucking coerce people into being kind and putting up with their shit or making a decision. And that was the thing. That was their tell, okay? Because again, I know that I've been very confusing with a lot of this stuff. Not good at explaining things. But so basically they used Robinhood. Okay. See, okay, yeah, actually I shouldn't have used a Sharpie because Trump uses a Sharpie. So now there's evidence that I'm a fucking Nazi. But also, who uses the youth as the police? Who used the youth as police? Who had desk murderers? These guys are fucking desk murderers, as far as I'm concerned. Okay? Who used those? Fascists. Oh, we're anti-fascist, but no, you're not. You're fucking fascists. Busted. They showed their fucking hand. Okay? It ticks all the boxes. Fucking gender-critical feminists don't fucking have desk murderers, okay? We don't have a youth wing or an army, okay? I'm just saying. They've fucking taken the template from, yeah, it's not Mao, fuck off, it's not the same thing. Stop, you can do a Marxist. It's different fucking things, okay? Now, so what they did was they basically used everything that they could. So Citadel, okay, threw money into Robinhood, okay? They own, like, all of them and all their mates, okay? Again, remembering it's a club. Own fucking Twitter, Facebook, fucking whatever, Reddit. Don't forget the CEO of Reddit, when we had our fucking big woke off of like, I think I said, Alexis, the CEO of Reddit has quit. And I think that this is what's happening. Is that, as I said, I'm in tech. I've dealt with this stuff. I've had to pitch. I've tried to get products off the ground myself. I've talked about this before, how I made a conceptualized Spotify. I've another number of platforms myself that I couldn't get off the ground because I don't have a dick. But also, I think they also know that I'm not fucking malleable and that I'd fucking call them out on this shit. That's made sense now. So that's why they won't fucking invest in me. That's how you know it's all a sham. Okay. Anyway, but basically, when you take tech money, they own you. When these guys own you, and the way that they will basically incubate, so they'll basically give you a whole bunch of money up front, and then basically they dictate how your business runs from there on in. And that when I talk about like Mark and Zuckerberg and Jack and Bezos and Elon Musk, and this is where Elon Musk gets interesting, because I have a feeling that he's fucking done. He's had enough, and he sees the opportunity for what it is. Okay. And it's not about the Dogecoin. I'll talk about that a little bit in a minute. But basically, so these guys own fucking everything. The hedge funds collectively, they own all the tech, they own media, they own corporations. These guys made them look fucking foolish. Okay? Unfortunately, because there is still a glimmer of humanity left in the internet, this went viral and got people's attention. The useful idiots, journalists, decided to report on it. They fucked up, okay? Because they didn't realise how bad this would make the hedge funds look. They thought it would just be a funny fucking ha-ha story. Turns out they fucking it's just one of those things. These things fucking happen all the time. This is happening with politics as well. The reason why I know that Facebook and Twitter won't be regulated is because Facebook is the place where they funnel all the fucking disinformation to nudge the fucking votes. That's why nobody knows what's true anymore, because you're being fucked with all the time. You don't know what's true, and you don't know who to trust. You don't know who's got an agenda. You don't know who has a financial interest in something. You don't know whether you're being sold something or whether it's fucking genuine. And that's why there is a fucking clear link between mental health and how much time you spend on social media, because people just don't know what's fucking true anymore. And that is why I don't want people fucking commenting bullshit on my fucking stream about this stuff, okay? That's the thing. We have to say shit that is fucking, this is the context that we're living in, okay? So, they own, okay, so Citadel fucking bailed out the fucking hedge fund. Citadel are a client of, okay, let's just say they fucking own a bunch of it. They're a big company, okay? Whatever the fucking legal financial relationship is, too much detail, no one gives a fuck. Conflict of interest here, okay? Robinhood freezes fucking trading for all fucking buyers, okay? They delay all of the funds clearing. Now, people, when they froze the GameStop shares, Doge became the thing. People started to go, so what I think has happened here is that there was already an organic campaign for Doge going on. So in the crypto community, there's these things called pump and dump, where people sort of get together and try to push the coin up. It also can be used for scams. So when you talk about crypto scams and those sorts of things, there's communities dedicated to getting everyone to buy all at once, lift the price, then they run off, they sell, and then leave everyone like losing money. That's pump and dump. That's the same thing that WallStreetBets kind of do, but they all these sorts of things. They're all those kinds of communities, and you can see how pump and dump as a concept is open to abuse. Okay, again, there's nothing inherently wrong with it. Okay, it's neutral. Okay, now, so. It's just how the system works, as designed. Okay, speculation. People find a way. Fuck it, go for it. So that's basically the foundation. Anyway, so okay, so let me just give me a second to think. So you got the hedge funds here. This is a terrible diagram. This is why. So you got Robinhood here. You got let's get Twitter. Okay, Reddit. Actually, let's just make it social media. So get the buzz happening about silver. Okay. The media, SEC, and all those sorts of people, and the regulators, okay? I'm not going to focus too much on this stuff because it's like obvious that it's fucking corrupt. Expose the corruption, which is fucking amazing, and the conflicts there. But the mainstream media started pushing silver, okay? Then you had the concern trolling people, okay? That's why I went after Samantha Bee, where she was like, why don't you gamble responsibly? Why don't you just do that? This is not the way that you do things. You need to behave and do things the right way. But unfortunately, what this shows is that if you do things according to and get a shot, that they will throw everything they can at you to stop you doing it. And that's the thing. So there was people made a choice this week, okay? So whether they were, you need to do things, you know those people, I went on a rant. This is not about the fucking share price. For me, it's every fucker that told me to smile. It's every fucker that told me to behave. It's every rich cunt that didn't pay their invoice and said, well, sue me then. It's going to cost you more to fucking sue me than it is for, to pursue. I've had those. It's every fucking potential investor who wanted 60% of my fucking company so that they could destroy it. It is everything. It's being a poor kid and having everyone tell me that if I just worked harder and went to uni and got all the degrees and behaved myself and played nice, that they might let me fucking get a house one day. And that's what this is about for a lot of people, is that the lie was fucking exposed. And I saw people like blue check fucking celebrities turning around and saying, you know what? You shouldn't do that. That's risky. We're concerned about you. If you're that concerned, why are you not fucking asking why they don't have healthcare? Why there's no checks? Why there's no fucking support? Why are you suddenly concerned about people's fucking welfare? We know why. Okay? I used the metaphor of a casino before. Okay? And pokies. They're designed to fucking trap the vulnerable and poor people and desperate. And it plays on all of those fucking things that are desperate. Twitter and Facebook are the same thing. Okay? Then, when there's a little bit of scrutiny on the fucking pokies or on these things, they turn around and do a fucking education campaign saying, gamble fucking responsibly. Knowing full well that there's fucking organised crime upstairs who are basically gambling and guaranteeing and hedging their fucking bets that all those people downstairs are going to fucking feed that machine. And that's exactly what's happening here, okay? Which is that you need to understand with social media and Twitter in particular is that it is a disinformation factory for the media and useful idiots. It's not for us. It's not for critical thinkers. It's where they plant the fucking stories so they can make an extra $3 fucking billion on fucking spinach. That fucking story. Spinach can send emails. Why is that trending? I mean, it's cool. It's funny. But you know what? It's biotech. Biotech companies. You're pushing fucking stories. That's why they push all these stupid fucking science discovery things. Because then the share price goes up. And they're gambling on us and they're moving us around like fucking schools of fish. Now, there's a book called Surveillance Capitalism. Shoshana, what's her name? Zuboff. Okay? And she says that with all this behavioral fucking data, if you can predict people, you can make them predictable. They've made us predictable. And this is what it showed. This is why when you say the GameStop thing's over, I agree. But it's not about that. Because what we did win was I saw it. I saw what they're doing. The fucking psychological warfare. The bots. Like they will basically tell all workers and vulnerable people in a global pandemic where people have lost their jobs, they have no fucking healthcare, they have no hope, they have nothing. To gamble responsibly, though. Without fucking telling you about the fucking guys upstairs. I'm telling you about the guys upstairs. And then they will fucking feed a story. This is how bad these people are. They will feed a fucking story through Twitter. And Twitter does nothing because they're owned by them too. It's all a fucking club. Okay? They will feed a bullshit story about silver to take more away from everybody because they fucking got embarrassed from GameStop. And that's why I fucking hold. And I'm going to fucking hold. And they are not getting that stock. And that's why a lot of people are holding. It's not about it being fucking finished. I don't give a fuck if that share price goes to 2 cents. They can't have it. And that's the point, because they want it. And it's something they want that I'm not giving. And that's the thing that people are not getting. And that's what they don't get about Wall Street Bets. Now, back to Wall Street Bets. You fucking autistic, awesome people. Found my people. They're amazing. Again, it's designed to be off-putting, but fucking just listen to these kids. Or not, when I say kids, guys, okay? Fucking voice chat. They're helping each other and supporting each other emotionally when they're through the losses. They're not just saying, it's not a pump and dump thing. It's not like, oh yeah, fucking ha-ha, troll, take all their money. That's how they've been characterized. They run this stuff. Oh yeah, fucking no frog. Oh no, they're using the fucking no frog. No way. They're using the no frog. What am I going to do? And vibing cat. I mean, fuck. How dare they? Now, this is important, the no frog and all of the fucking meme stuff, okay? Because I also know the psychology of a tech founder. And this is why I think that there's war about to break out in fucking Silicon Valley. And it's funny. Because the blockchain frees us from a lot of this shit. Okay? Now, this is why again, I'm not going to be the person that tries to explain crypto, because I will explain it pretty much as well as I tried to explain shorts. All right? But let me think. What was I going to say? Okay, I might actually. Do you know what? I'm going to take a couple of minute break, stretch my legs, and think what I'm going to say next, because my brain is fucking mush. I'm going to talk about this, what I think's happening next, and what they did next. So I'm just going to take a quick break. Okay, give me a sec. Where's my break thing? Fucking break. Here we go. All right. Hello. I'm back again. Hang on. See my fucking fancy setup? It's good, isn't it? Good. I just needed to fucking breathe for a minute and scribble things down because I was sort of going off on a fucking weird ass tangent, but that's okay. So let's go back to webcam, hey? So, look, I quickly sketched what I'm trying to say. The reason why Wall Street Bets is significant is because it's an example where everything that the astroturfers, right? I've talked about astroturfing before, where you make things look like there's more support than there is, okay? Which is what we've seen. We've seen this shit over and over again with fucking race and gender and all that stuff. They're trying to create a market and nudge things so they fucking like make money. They don't give a shit. You see what they did with silver. They have no conscience. There's no ethics. Nothing. They're quite willing to just fucking just rob everyone blind. Right? And that was the thing. That was the first thing that slipped. And second of all, was that they threw everything at it, not knowing, and it didn't work. Didn't work. And this is what I found very interesting. So I was like, oh yeah, they're fucked. So they got the 4chan treatment straight off. 4chan kids. Okay? Which they weren't, because most of them are fucking Gen Xers. And a lot of them work in the industry. And a lot of them are fucking good people, really good people. And then they had the subreddit, okay? Which was interesting. So they tried to ban it. Didn't work. CEO of Reddit put a fucking diamond hands avatar in support of because there's a lot of scrutiny. Now, the subreddit went from 2 million people to 8 million. Now, some of that's bots, but that's 8 million people were watching. The media, everyone, all eyes were on this. All eyes on here. Okay? Now, and it's because all eyes were on it. And it's not political. It's about people being able to make money. Now, the thing about when you offer a financial incentive is that they'll push through pain a bit more if there's an incentive. If they went into the Donald and you already don't like Donald Trump, it's harder to be charitable when you just go, oh yeah, fuck it, I'm not interested. But if you sort of tolerate some of their shit, but you can get rich, people will tolerate that more. So people were more willing to sort of hear them out and understand where they're going from. Also, okay, don't forget, there's a lot of fucking anger and resentment. Now, they tried to ban it. Didn't fucking work. Because if Reddit had banned it, this is the genius of it. So they found the fucking thing, everyone was cheering them and going, ha ha ha, that's funny. That's pretty fucking funny. I wish I'd thought of it, that kind of thing. All eyes on it. What did Reddit do? Solidarity, diamond hands, okay? Couldn't ban them. Didn't work. When I talk about the no-no frog, Pepe the frog, you call it the no-no frog because it's the symbol of fucking woke ridiculousness, okay? The no-no frog. So they screamed no-no frog, okay? Hate speech, racism, because they call each other autists and retards, which is fucking true. It's retarded to go all in like this. It's bad ideas. You shouldn't gamble like this unless you know what you're doing. That's the point. They say, I'm going all in. I'm a retard. That's the joke. Fucking relax. Autism. Yeah, you need a bit of autism for this shit. Okay? Fucking hell. That's the language. Okay? I don't know if anyone saw my meme that was like next week on LinkedIn. It was like the hello fellow retards. All these fucking thirsty cunts, like the LinkedIn thirsty pricks that are like going to try to be cool. I can't wait. Bans. Didn't fucking work. Gone. Couldn't ban them. Too much scrutiny. People knew the jig was up because it was basically like, ha ha, they found a grift. Good on them. They had a lot of public support. Okay? A lot of public support. Didn't work. They used wokeism as a weapon. Okay? No frog. Discord banned the thing for like retards and fucking race things and whatever, hate speech. They set up another one. Okay? Didn't fucking work. Everyone's 500,000 people live chatting, watching it unfold, all of it. Okay? They had the subreddit. Didn't fucking work. Every time they tried to send bots, they'd go, you're a bot. This is propaganda. They're trying to pressure you to sell. Fucking diamond hands. They're going to throw shit at you. So everyone, see, what's interesting is I think that people who aren't used to this don't understand. I think that this is just the part of that pressure. People are not used to this kind of psychological pressure being put on them. Average people just fucking fold and go, yeah, okay. But if you're a pro fucking gambler, they have no, they don't fucking fold. They go, nah. And that was why a whole 8 million people and counting and more, okay, collectively were watching this. Watching fucking diamond hands, right? Getting a fucking trial by fire, a crash course in psyops and how to fucking stand up to bullies. Okay? They were getting a crash course in what the fuck? Like these are the good guys. They saw for themselves who the good guys and the bad guys were. They tried to make them out to be 4chan kids. They're not. Didn't work. They sent the bots, okay? Like I said, with all that emotional manipulation, telling people to sell, all of that stuff. Mods just flagged it as a bot. And then they laughed in their faces. And they mocked them and they made fun and they made parody bots. Didn't fucking work. Okay? Worked on some, but it didn't work. And they were aggressive and unrelenting, and it was fucking constant and constant and constant. And if I hadn't seen it, see, that's the thing. If I hadn't been watching it in real time, because usually if you go to bed or whatever, things clean, they usually mods will just delete bots. In this instance, they let the bots stay there. And they'd said, you're a bot, and made fun of the bots, called it out, fucking, mocked it. Didn't fucking work. Okay? Again, worked on some. Now, in the Doge thing, you can see the scammers, they do the same tactics. Sell, 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 sells. Now's time to sell. Buy, buy, buy. And that's why I didn't want anyone in the chat like talking about sell or buy or shares or whatever, because I go, no, because people will act on it whether I endorse it or not. Please don't do that. That's why I lost my cool. I'm sure you can see why now. Okay? They use wokeism as a weapon. Didn't fucking work. Okay? Again, they kept trying. Mainstream media. Gamble fucking responsibly, children. And they're like, what the fuck? Why didn't you talk about the fucking real issues? Why are you suddenly telling me to behave myself, Elizabeth Warren? I don't trust that. Diamond hands. I don't fucking believe you. This is a with us or against us thing. Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren and fucking Samantha Bee and fucking all these people. Fucking diamond hands. I don't believe you. You see what I'm saying? Didn't fucking work. They threaten suicide. They fucking laugh and say, go on then. Because they know it's a bot. Because it's the patterns. Didn't fucking work. And so they just kept taking them out. It was fucking, this is what I'm saying. This is where it's like the warfare. You watch this warfare going on. And it's like, none of it fucking worked. Then they did these fucking attacks where they tried to make it look like people who bought 2 or 3 shares had sold. Right? But there's people in the community saying, that's a short ladder attack. Okay, now whether that's an actual term, I don't know. But it helped people. Short ladder attack. They do this all the time. Fucking diamond hands. Motherfuckers. Okay? They kept holding the funds in Robinhood. Okay? They froze the fucking buying of the shares. They went, fuck it. Okay? Hey, guess what? We're planning to do, we should move to crypto, I think. We should do a crypto one too. What would be funny? Doge is fucking trending. Let's fucking go to Doge. Let's do Doge. Doge. Let's make Doge is a meme coin. Fucking let's go for it. Okay? And Jimmy Kimmel turned around. Yes, I forgot about that. That was one I missed. There we go. They said Russia. They said Russian bots. And everyone saw it. Everyone saw people say that it was Russian bots. And we laughed and we rejoiced. And they sent the suicide bots, and then they sent the fucking anime bots, and then they fucking started banning people from Twitter. And then Elon Musk comes in with Doge. Because Elon Musk can't do, he's been in trouble before with securities. Okay? Let's talk about fucking Doge, shall we? I can't draw this shit. This fucking Doge. All right? This fucking thing. Stupid! And that's the point. Everyone loves Doge because it's a funny meme coin. It's a cute meme. Everyone likes the meme. Musk has been on record as fucking, joking about how Doge is going to be a currency and shit. And I'm not sure, again, someone can correct me on this, the timeline here. I think it's just a sort of happy coincidence with Doge. Okay. So Doge is a virtual currency, like, say, Bitcoin. And someone made this back in 2013 as a joke. Well, not as a joke. It was, he made it. And it's a legit currency and it does get bought and sold. But it's largely just, like everyone just has a bit of Doge, right? And Musk started to fucking joke about Doge. Now, Doge has its own little cult around it. It's very cute. And I love the fucking Doge people because they truly believe that it's the currency of the future. And I'm not sure, those things with communities where it's full of fucking people who you're not sure if they're joking or not. And there's probably a mixture of people who are taking the piss, but some that seriously believe that Doge is fucking awesome, right? That's a fascinating culture in itself. But basically everyone decided to rally around Doge because Doge started to bump. Now, the reason why they went with Dogecoin was because in Robinhood, now again, correct me if I'm correct, this is just my understanding. So in the Robinhood app, when you sign up to Robinhood, one of the first entry points is like some free cryptocurrency. And Doge is like a popular thing that they just buy to sort of introduce you to crypto trading without it being sort of high stakes because it's like worth fucking fractions of a cent. Well, it was. Okay. So everyone kind of in crypto has some Doge. It's just kind of a thing. You just have it. Okay. And then, so basically Doge is like kind of like, I'm trying to think of an analogy. It's like a Hotmail account. Everyone uses Gmail, but they just have a fucking Hotmail account for some reason, just because you had to have one. That's a bad analogy, but it's kind of, it's like no one, yeah. Doge is actually really cool. So anyway, basically, so Musk thinks it's funny. Okay, there's this whole meme around the dog that he's going to the moon. And there's all these memes with the dog, Doge to the moon, dog to the moon, okay? They've had various campaigns where they're constantly trying to get Elon Musk to endorse the Doge, and he's often joking. And he's basically said that if Doge again, correct me if I'm wrong, but if Doge gets to 10 cents a coin, that it will be the official currency on Mars. He was joking, of course. And, literal fuck autistic Twitter loves that shit. So they've always been trying to fucking push Doge with Elon Musk. It's just kind of it's a meme. It's a joke. Okay. It's kind of a joke, but not a joke. It's a very weird fucking just a weird fucking internet thing. Okay. Now, there's a whole bunch of fucking, yeah. So basically, Robinhood freezes fucking the ability to buy GME, okay, and other stocks and other flagged stocks. So there were some others, but okay, they stopped that for a period of time for a multitude of different reasons. And basically, they also stopped it, made it so that funds, because there was a whole bunch of people signing up to get Doge, because Doge just had a bump, but also they were trying to sign up for to buy shares for the first time. So there's a time clearance delay of a few days. Okay. Robinhood froze those funds clearing in the app. So people were sort of laying in like wait for about 5 days. Now, what you've seen is people sort of waiting for fucking clearance in the app so they can buy these things. And they went to buy Doge and they went to buy GME and all these things, okay? Again, I'm explaining it very badly and simply, just stuff, okay? Now, this is where it gets interesting. So they were already planning like, again, one of these crypto communities where they just sort of plan to buy Doge and have a campaign around the coin, and then they can make a bit of money and build momentum with the coin. Like, it's all just, it's sort of open source PR kind of thing where they just, people are just constantly kind of trading and stuff, right? And so basically they were planning a pump, what's called a pump. Okay. Now, I'm again being simple. Planning kind of like a pump of the thing where they all kind of buy it at the same time. They lift the price. They all fucking promote it and all that stuff. It just happened to go viral because I think it's kind of a perfect storm because everyone was just talking about Robin Hood. And then it became a thing like we should just buy Doge to fuck them. And then Doge had a bump earlier in the week. Okay. And then basically all of this stuff fucking imploded. And I have a feeling that the tech leaders particularly, especially ones of my age and generation, right? They saw what was done with the silver. They wanted to stay, Elon saw the silver thing. And he basically went, I'm done. Okay, now the reason why this is important, it comes down to the makeup of Wall Street Bets and meme culture, okay? The Doge community are known for positivity and low toxicity. It's just it's a nice fan community. They pump and dump every so often. They don't have any impact. People make a few bucks, fucking go move in and out. It's kind of like a weird, it's like a weird fucking, it's just, it's just the friendly dog. And that's why it's just the idea of Doge being a dominant currency is fucking funny. And that's why it's important. The fact that it's funny is the point because it annoys people. Again, Wall Street Bets found themselves in all of the political thing. It was quite funny, actually, when I saw the actual chats where they're like, oh, great, all the fucking commies are moved in. Oh, great. And it was like, we were just here to make money. so that's really funny where there's kind of, there's rifts healing, political rifts. They also don't talk about politics much. And when they do, people hear each other out. The voice chats are really interesting if you want to listen. People are actually having proper conversations, okay, without fucking getting angry and stuff. It's really interesting. Anyway, so with Doge, basically now, because you can only buy, people don't, because crypto is really, I've never really been, because of, like I said at the beginning of the video, these people, every time I go, should I do crypto? They go, well, how it works is a blockchain and fucking this and that. I don't fucking know. I just wanted to know if I should buy it or not. And then it's like, those people that are like, well, should I buy fucking shares in BHP? And they go, well, and they talk about fucking drilling. And I go, I don't care. Those people. It's worse on crypto because it's fucking full of fucking autistic cunts. As much as I love you, but fuck me. Okay? People are going to buy Doge because it's cute and easy and they made it easy to buy. Okay? Again, listen to the user experience person. Nobody, the reason why people are buying Doge is not because of the coin. I love the crypto media. They're like, here's why you shouldn't buy it. It's like, no one cares. It's cute. It's fucking dog. And it pisses people off. Go for it. Anyway, so Elon Musk coming in, I imagine, because he can't talk about the actual stock market because him moving money in the fiat, like in the stock market, right? He's been in trouble for that before. He also saw what happened with silver. He was in the room. He saw what happened with the bots. He has seen, remember, during the election, he kind of red-pilled himself a bit with his fucking Rogan and shit. He's seen what's happened. And he's seen his fucking 4chan guys. Remember, tech guys are 4chan. We are those guys. We're old school. We get it. And we defend them against the corporate fucks, okay, who think their money lets them boss us around. And don't forget that all of Silicon Valley is owned by these fucks. And all of the tech guys, yes, they've gotten rich off of them, but they've had to sell their soul. And they hate what this has become. I know it. If you built something at all in a business, if you built a fucking anything or made anything and money fucking ruins it, you know how this goes. You resent it. And this is the miscalculation that they made, which was when they threw all of that shit at it, and it didn't fucking work. The hedgies and the techies, okay, so the hedgies here are the media and, you know, all of their fucking propaganda. This rift, let's just fucking keep doing this. This has been simmering and simmering and simmering and fucking simmering and simmering and simmering and simmering and simmering and simmering in Silicon Valley, okay? Where they incubate businesses, flip them and fucking destroy them. Where they tell you that, you know, they put you in a dragon's den fucking pressure cooker all day, every day, telling you that you need to work 24 hours a day and have no fucking life. Or you don't want it enough. Hustle fucking porn, right? That's all this bullshit. Hustle, right? These guys just wanted to make some stuff. Just like the code. They just like the code. They just love what they do. And these fucks told them that they had to fucking burn it to the ground. And they own them because they fucking did a deal with the devil. And when this all fucking happened, right, they thought that they could tell these guys what to do. But then they turned around and Elon Musk gets this shit. This is where cryptocurrency fits in because they don't own crypto. They can't. When he said that Doge was the people's coin, that's what he meant. So he decided then to push Dogecoin. Because he's fucking awesome. Get it now? You see where this is going? The people's coin. This was his tweet. He also said, was it death to shorts? He's declared war on the fucking... But this is the thing. Unless you understand this fucking... this resentment of everything. Like me, I was talking about it. Like everyone who's ever fucked me over, not paid me, used me, fucking, you know, fucked my business, fucked my friends, taken products, made us fucking monetize with a fucking evil business model that we don't want to do, make us put design patterns and fucking elements and all those things that we think are unethical and forcing us to fucking misuse people's data, forcing us to do all this shit because they fucking own us. And if they know they own us and they can fucking destroy us at any given fucking moment, because they own the media, they own the tech, they own fucking everything. And if you fucking ask questions, they will put the woke police on you and you are fucking Me Too'd or cancelled or fucking whatever. Okay? These guys picked the fight with the wrong fucking crew. That's my view. They picked a fight with the wrong fucking crew because Elon Musk is one of those Wall Street Bets guys. Jack is one of those fucking Wall Street Bets guys. Mark Zuckerberg is one of those fucking guys, and they are fucking sick of it. And they said, the mask has slipped, you fucking assholes. Now you are robbing from fucking normal people silver. You are robbing from them. And that's why Dogecoin is the thing. Because it's fucking stupid and it pisses them off. And I know this. See what I'm saying? I would not be surprised, like I said earlier, okay? This is causing a split because do you know what's happened? The hedgies own the media, okay? This is what we're actually seeing. Hedgies own the mainstream media, okay? The hedgies own parts of the tech companies, okay? Okay, but they own these things only based on the goodwill of these guys, okay? They have bot armies that Jack turns a blind eye to. And Elon, that's what, when Elon Musk said, if you had advice for Jack, deal with the bots. This is what he meant. These guys are using it. They use the bot armies because it manipulates the share price and they profit and all that sort of stuff, right? So they move us like schools of fish wherever they want us to move, okay, at this point. That's why you got to stop fucking arguing online. Have a fucking conversation. Okay, they've got bot armies and fucking emotional manipulation. Slot machines. We're on the pokies. We're on the pokies while the fucking mob bosses are playing upstairs, okay? These guys, Wall Street Bets, found a way to fucking raid the VIP room at the casino, okay? And take what they've fucking stolen. Now, what they relied on is being able to bully these guys. Now, what's happened in the last couple of years also, the richest man in the world can't get bossed. He's the money now. They're the rich people now. Okay? This is why they're all pushing crypto. Because, again, I'm not pushing crypto. I'm just saying in general. Crypto and the blockchain, it untethers us from these fucks. They took over our internet. New fucking internet. If you watch Silicon Valley, you know this. New internet. And this is why this represents an opportunity to fucking leave. And just fucking... If I was like Jack, I'd just fucking walk from Twitter and say, you're evil, I'm done, and this is why I'm taking all my people with me. Fuck you cunts. Stay on your Fisher Price internet. We're going with the fucking 4chan. Fuck you all. Say what you want. You're not allowed in our fucking club. We're creating an internet of no fucking homers, and you can't come in because you're fucking assholes. You're rich cunts. And you fucking go stay in your boring fucking thing that's like advertiser friendly and fucking psyops and cults and fucking evil and mobs and we're going to create the utopia that we fucking wanted in the first place. That's what I think's happening. And that's why I'm fucking happy. Anyway, so I'm not saying, I just wanted to explain this for other people. I'm not crazy. Even though my fucking markers, shit, you see the floor. I'm just saying, all right? Bigger than this. This is why Wall Street Bets is a fucking, this is why now I'm logging onto Twitter seeing people arguing about fucking, it's like, no. It's the same thing with the gender movement. They're doing the same thing to try and create demand. I don't even know that it's pharma as such. Because again, most corporate, that's too low level. It's not a fucking pharmaceutical marketing team coming up with this. It's fucking people with the ability to hit a button and unperson people and fucking make a couple of $1 billion on the market and prospect. And you can't tell me that there's not betting fucking odds on like being able to, on transgender shit or fucking racism or sentiment or and this is the thing. I didn't know about pump and dump and day trading and all that sort of stuff really very well. I knew it existed, but I didn't watch the conversations. And in the whole culture, it would have gone unchecked. I just happened to have my eyes on it. And I saw it for what it was, like everybody else. And unlike these fucks, I have faith in people and I believe that people have eyes and ears and good hearts for the most part, except these fucks. Okay? But, I think that they crossed a line. They crossed a line with people who have turned a blind eye to this, thinking that it would get better and that they could fucking design their way out of the problem. Or that's why they're fucking backing the blockchain, these tech guys. It's why I know Jack hates this fucking thing. And that's why he's pushing fucking Bitcoin and crypto and decentralization, because he knows this. That if you move to the blockchain and all that stuff, that we are free from these people. Okay, so please stop arguing and stop fucking, because they're gambling on it. They're gambling on our emotions. That's why everyone's upset. We're being used as a fucking cockfight for rich people. Okay. And in fucking, like Jimmy Kimmel just fucking, it's Russian bots. Fucking hell. Because they're doing it in politics too and fucking persuasion. They're just fucking, they're trying to move you and nudge you in the direction. And if this is why the gender thing is so fucking shit. Because everybody knows you cannot change sex, but they have gotten to the kids in these forums with bots and propaganda because we put them on the internet too young and we weren't supervising them. We thought they were in fucking fandoms having fun talking about Harry Potter, and these people were fucking saying they were suicidal and threatening and fucking, scrambling our kids' fucking heads. And it's just like, fuck, okay, what do we do from here? We know that Elon Musk is fucking dead man walking. They've tried already. Okay, I'm sure he'll be Me Too'd or fucking something. But you know what's also cool and significant about this Doge thing is that it's funny. But it's also clever because you can't tell me Joe Rogan doesn't think this is fucking piss funny, or Kanye West, or anybody who's been on the receiving end of this fucking machine repeatedly. And this is what I'm saying with the gender critical people. We need to pair up with the fucking Rogan guys. When I said this is the fucking raid, this is a raid boss, and you're all fighting over fucking small battles and fucking in your guild over fucking, semantics, you don't see the bigger picture, which is that literally these hedge funds have no sympathy there's no love, okay, except for the people that are on their payroll, okay, and people that they've basically just fucking brainwashed into oblivion, okay, with bots. And I've seen it. I've seen the pressure. Now I know why people don't say anything or speak up, because, I've seen it all. It's crazy. You got to be a little bit crazy to even fucking to speak up about this, especially like now and with my own name and fucking whatever. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway, side point. Sounds like I sound nuts, but I'm going to hypothesize that QAnon got banned not just because, well, I mean, a lot of the shit that they said was fucking crazy and batshit, but they also started mapping the relationships and the behaviors and the bots and the things. They were getting close. They were fucking wrong, and they were making the wrong connections, but they were in the right area, and I think that's why they took him down, and they couldn't survive it. They couldn't survive it. Okay, and yeah, but it's making people very unwell. Okay, and it's making them emotional. It's terrorizing people to make emotional decisions in a very cynical way. Panic buying. We understand the toilet paper situation now, don't we? They just feed the fucking shit, and they can nudge us. Oh, look, we're losing a whole bunch of money in fucking travel and airlines. Shit, we'd better get a push to retail stocks fast so we can make our money. That's all they care about. Okay? We're being nudged and pushed. And so that's what I'm saying, is just be aware of that. But I see it. So anyway, this has been a long stream. I have to go. I am fucking knackered. But, and I know I sound batshit, but whatever. I'd rather be batshit than, owned or trapped. But I think that, what you should do is just watch what happens next. Because the media is declaring that the GME thing's over and that this is over. It's not. It's not. Again, there's a bit of a game of chicken here, which is what dirty tricks they pull next. But it'd be interesting to see what happens. But for everything that I've been seeing, fucking diamond hands, motherfuckers. Let's do this thing. I'm going to go check on my Doge. Anyway, I love you. Thank you for your precious life seconds. I'm sorry this was long. I'm sorry I yelled at you. I'm sure now you understand why I don't want people fucking talking about the money stuff. Okay? All right. I love you. If you want to support me, I'm accepting Doge. I will from now on only be paid in Dogecoin and Litecoin. No, seriously, if you want my wallet, you can but if you want to become a patron and all those traditional things, then that'd be cool too. I'm just saying, I feel like this is just tech founders fucking, I think they've just, they poked the wrong nest. Because fucking all the tech owners and all the people are those fucking guys. And they went, enough. I'm done. Fuck you. We can just go and create our own internet. That's what I hope's happening. It's interesting that Jeff Bezos quit. I wonder if that's related. Curious. Anyway, I love you. Thank you for your precious life seconds. Stay well. Ignore the propaganda. Go look at some of the fucking if you want to learn more about the GameStop stuff or whatever, Tim Pool's been actually doing his take is terrible because he doesn't understand what fucking socialism is. But other than that, just ignore the fact that he doesn't know the difference between far left and far right and what socialism is. Other than that, he's been good at explaining some of the stuff. So I'm going to go. I love you. Stay well. Holy shit, Flickr. I was thinking that. Flicker just said Amber Heard is their ace card. I fucking think so too. Actually, can we? Okay, all right. If Amber Heard says that Elon Musk was abusive in the next week, okay. Just saying. You owe me a $5. I really need to get, yeah. Anyway, tell people I know things and they might talk to me. I'm trying to get to talk to Tim Dillon because I think him and I would fucking go off. But anyway, I love you. I'm going to go. Ciao. I don't know what that was. Love you. Bye.